Christopher took me to the small office behind the glass doors in the conference room. He invited me to sit comfortably on a reclining chair. I put my feet up on the leg rest and didn't know what to expect. "John," he said, "I want you to remember how you felt when you were a child and didn't know much about the world. I want you to realize how your perception of your life on Earth changed as you grew older. Feel the way your vision expanded as you started studying. Could you have imagined then how your life would actually turn out? Could you have imagined how you were feeling now? Not at all. So you might have had some ideas of how life should be, but you still needed to go through all the experiences that made you who you are now. Do you agree?" "Most definitely. I remember that after my parents died, nobody knew what to do with me. I was left in my uncle's care. He wasn't the nicest man, but as long as I worked for him, I at least had food and shelter. Growing up, I swore to myself that on my 18th birthday, I would run away. I stole some of his money and left the state to look for work. I was lucky to always find odd jobs to survive." "Thank you for sharing that with me, John. And how old are you now?" 27, I answered. Yeah, seems about right. Usually tough life experiences are calculated to initiate you. When your parents died, you surely questioned the concepts of death and religion. Hardship is sometimes necessary for you to increase your awareness. I'm sure it wasn't easy, but you pulled through. Now that you made it here on your own, you have a choice to start something new. So listen, as I was saying, your state of being is always determined by the complexity of the energetic patterns your consciousness works with. Are you trying to say that through the different stages of our lives, we see the world differently? Yes, as we grow up and learn how things work around here, our consciousness functions with more and more complex patterns. I am going to ask you to consider the possibility that within this creation, there exist higher states of being which our minds cannot yet understand without actually going through the experience of having them. Can you fathom a feeling higher than anything you would normally experience on this planet? In principle, yes, but I've never been in one, except maybe since I've come here. You have to observe your behavior. How many people do you think would have done what you did to get to us? You had a strong will, and will is very hard to develop in people. Whatever state of being you were in, my friend, it was a higher one than normal folk. I've told you that all these unexplained feelings you've been having are new frequencies that are coming into your energetic blueprint of the physical body. I have no choice to agree with you then, but it certainly happened without me realizing it at the time. There is a lot for you to understand. We keep telling you that, but what if you could actually have this one exhilarating experience, nothing short of a divine revelation, in which your consciousness will finally be able to exit this illusory reality? Is that even possible, I asked? It is. We've found a way. Once you've reached that state, your soul will remember its true existence beyond time, and then when you return into your body, it will be with a different awareness. Unless you do that, unless you feel the true reality of your being, you will still be caught up in the illusion. Your awareness has to expand to remember itself as the manifestation of the infinite mind. All these energetic shocks we put you through are meant to make you think clearer so you can feel the deeper truth of what is happening around you. When you have lots of energy, it's easier to dream, to have visions, and with some guidance, you naturally can glimpse into these most absolute truths. I can't deny what I'm feeling, but I can't pretend to know where all this is going either. Energy seems to work in mysterious ways. It is only at night, when I am alone with my thoughts, that I reflect on what happened during the day and make some sense from what you are teaching me. As you should. We cannot force you to believe what we are saying, but if you spend time with yourself in silence, especially here, in this highly energetic place, many things will be revealed to you. We are only your guides to help you reconnect to the higher intelligence of the infinite mind. That's a very elegant way of describing what is happening. I appreciate one thing, however, that both you and Lady Marian will make me feel welcome here. I'm the most peaceful I've ever been in my life. I'm happy to hear that, John. It's the way it should be. In the past, people used to be introduced to higher frequencies through performing rituals in sacred places of initiation like Stonehenge. here in England or like the pyramids in Egypt. These days, however, nobody does that with the correct frequencies because the truth of our existence has been forgotten on this planet. Well, not anymore. We know, we remember, we work and live with this eternal knowledge in every moment of our lives. People like us came on Earth to live with a consciousness beyond this lifetime, with an awareness of the future. We have to get you up to speed to do the same. With my eyes closed, I kept listening to these inspirational words, and they put me in some sort of trance. Christopher touched my right hand at some point, but I barely felt it, as if I was half asleep. In this state, it was easier for me to understand what he was saying, but my mind could only hold on to pieces of information. On this planet, we live in a state of energetic suppression, he continued. Our perception of light has been blocked, and we can only see darkness when we close our eyes. Once you are initiated to the eternal frequencies, it does not take long until the curtain is lifted, and you can really see that you are a true spiritual being. Your life on Earth will enter a different path of evolution. You will become aware that you are divinity, you are love, you are light. You are one with the infinite mind of the Creator. You will see and understand energy and its flow. You will remember your past lives and have visions of possible futures. You'll be able to tap into the collective mind of the planet and will do these things not only for yourself, but to help other people. And they will perceive you to have magical powers. You will enter a different world with different rules. You will embrace your true nature and mission on this planet like we did, as a being of light. I was shaking and started sweating. My body was almost numb and felt extremely heavy against the recliner that I was sitting on. I got a bit scared since I had no strength to move, but forced myself to speak. I still don't understand what I have to do. I feel a strange familiarity about what you are saying, but my mind cannot put it all together. It's almost like you're asking me to grab something I cannot reach. I feel as if I've forgotten something important and my mind is racing, trying to remember. I'm experiencing overwhelming sensations I cannot explain in words. I distantly heard Lady Marian coming in, and she put her hand on my forehead. John, try to calm down. Just exist in the moment. Don't trap your thinking. You are fine. Take a deep breath. No harm will come to you. We have to continue. With your permission, we are going to take another step in your initiation, she said. You are now in a heightened energetic state, and we are going to take you even further. I believe it will work from the first try. I will ask you to drink an elixir made from a special mixture of herbs. This tea will taste quite awful, I'm afraid, but it will help open your perception and redirect the energy flow through a more complex structure of your energetic blueprint. Then, Christopher and I will guide you through this sleep-like state, and if all goes well, you will begin to remember your true self, who you are beyond this life, what is your mission here on the planet, and much more. We can say that at all times you will be safe here with us. There is nothing to be afraid of. It will all feel to you like a lucid dream. We need your permission to continue. Words and phrases were spinning in my mind. I was seeing quick flashes from all throughout my life. As Lady Marian was talking, I was drawn to a memory of when I read in a paper about shamanic vision quests, how the Native American Indians were saying they can talk to spirits. I did not understand what that meant at the time, but now I felt there was a correlation. As I was thinking this, I felt Lady Anne reading my thought, and she said quietly, "Yes, John, it's exactly like that. Don't be afraid. You have to trust me." In that moment, more things connected in my head. Then the obvious struck me. From the state I was in, the way Lady Marian's presence felt beside me was exactly like how I'd been feeling the loving presence around me at key moments since I decided to start to search for my answers. Even the way I heard her speak sounded different than her normal voice. Without a doubt, the voice that guided me to come here in the first place was in fact Lady Marian's. Over the last few years, I learned to trust that voice and that loving presence because it always helped me. Of course she felt familiar. She somehow energetically called me here. And now I was relieved to know that I was in good hands. I felt it was safe for me to go through with what they were asking me to do. "I'm ready now," I said, and felt they were relieved as well that I'd recognized them. This was probably what they meant when they said I should feel their energy pattern. It was so much more than a simple feeling. It was like an embrace of particular warmth, which felt incredible. "All right, John, take a few sips from this cup. It actually tastes very good, just like tea with honey," Christopher said and gently tapped my shoulder. I drank with my eyes closed, then laid back again on the comfortable recliner. Immediately, I became agitated and felt I was losing control over my body. "Don't be tense, just feel our energy and relax," Lady Marian advised me not to resist what I was feeling. "We are here with you. Don't be afraid. Nothing bad will happen." They kept urging me to calm down until they saw that my nervousness stopped and I entered a more peaceful state. I forced myself to open my eyes for a second. I saw both of them standing by my side in the dim light, but then I dozed off. Christopher started snapping his fingers and said, "I know you feel tired, but don't fall asleep just yet. Observe that even though your body is numb, your consciousness now exists somewhere else. Marian and I will send energy so you can break out. Our energy helps you remember. Our energy helps you understand. You can do this, John," Lady Marian added. "John, pay attention to my voice," Christopher continued. "My voice is your guide. My voice makes you remember you are always safe. John, imagine you are surrounded by a white light, a warm white light. Imagine. Don't think, feel. You are surrounded by white light. You are floating in this white light. White light is the link to the eternal source. Can you feel the light? Let me know when you feel the light. Feel the light all around you. You are there. How does it feel? John, answer me. How does it feel?" Christopher's tone became serious and he demanded an answer. His words triggered my imagination and somehow I began indeed to see myself surrounded by a white light. I managed to mumble some words back. "It feels good. It's peaceful here. I feel weightless," I replied, having trouble speaking. "Very well. I want you now to look around in this light. You can feel there is somebody there with you. Who is that? Tell me who that is." "It's a girl. It seems she knows me. She is happy to see me. She's very beautiful." I must have been whispering, but I could hear a breath of relief from Christopher. "Describe her to me, John. How does she look? What color are her eyes? What is she wearing?" "I can't see her face exactly. Wait, she has long black hair, brown eyes, and she's wearing a white dress. She's saying something to me. I don't know what it is." "Focus to understand her. Hear her voice. What is she saying to you? Please tell me, what is she saying to you?" She says, "Welcome, John. My name is Aliana. It's so good to see you here. I'm glad you made it back to me. I will be your guide. I am here to help you remember your assignment." As in a dream, I heard Christopher say to Lady Marian, "He's breaking through. It worked. His consciousness is finally out of this reality. Ah, the illusion of matter." "You should go now. I will stay with him," Lady Marian whispered. "Try to recover and come back in a few hours." She then moved closer to my ear and said, "John, you have to keep telling me what is happening to you there, in the light. What else is Aliana telling you?"